Hi, this is Nancy at A Crone's Intuition. I have rosy cheeks because it is very, very warm here in the mountains of western North Carolina. And we've been having a lot of thunderstorms, and my chihuahuas are not happy with that. And plus, 4th of July. Oh my goodness. They are absolutely terrified. It's just so sad. But anyhow, I wanted to do a flip through of a deck that I got. I had mentioned it before. It is the Water Crystal Oracle by Masuro Emoto. Now, I got this book some time ago. It's The Hidden Messages in Water. And it's a study that he did on water crystals and how water listens to us. I was watching a documentary earlier on Masuro Emoto. Now, he died in 2015, but he did extensive studies on water and about how we can communicate with water, and in many ways, water communicates with us. You know, it's like a spiritual connection. Like, why do we have water? Of course, we're made up of a huge percentage of water in our bodies, and of course we have to have water to drink. But having said that, why is water so important? And I am coming to find that it is a lot more important than I ever dreamed it was. And how water, you know how you talk to your plants, or you hug a tree, you are just so gentle with the flowers that you cut and you put them in water, and how we communicate with them, how we communicate with our crystals, how they communicate with us, how we use crystals in meditations. Well, I want to tell you, before I start on this deck, I just wanted to share a little bit about this documentary that I watched today. If you put in Masuro Emoto, MASARUEMOTO documentary here on YouTube, it will pop up. And there is a story that they tell. Well, it's not a story. I mean, it's based on fact. I mean, it was documented. That back in 1956, there was a group of Japanese, well, I guess they were scientists, and they were nuclear, maybe physicists. I don't know. But anyhow, they gathered around a table, and their purpose in this meeting around the table was to come up with a weapon of mass destruction that would destroy huge portions of the world. And over a period of several hours, they discussed this. Now, the only thing there was the table, the men that were gathered around the table, and there were carafes of water and glasses for the water. And there was no food brought in. They just, you know, I mean, they were down to business. They needed water because they had to drink, and that's what they did. If they got thirsty, they drank. And they talked about this weapon that they wanted to create. Well, after several hours, they all started getting sick. Very sick. And every one of them had food poisoning. They were rushed to the hospital. And it was a mystery because they hadn't eaten anything. And all of them got sick. So, I mean, you know, what they ate before they came to the table was varied because they were coming in from all different directions. So the only thing that they had to eat or drink was the water. So they tested the water, and the water was H2O. Wasn't anything strange in it. But the water had been listening to what they were talking about. There's another story in the documentary about a group of men who were on a ship in the ocean, and they had to abandon ship, and they were all in this lifeboat, and there were, several of them, and they had no water on board. They were surrounded by water, and after a couple of days, they were in bad shape. They were thirsty. All this water all around them and not a drop to drink. Water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Well, the captain started looking at this water, and he started praying and talking to the water and saying, oh, if only you were fresh water. We are so thirsty and we're going to die. Please can't you be fresh water? Can't you somehow make it so that we can drink and we can survive and we're not going to all die? Well, he did this for a couple of days. And they were getting in really, really poor shape. And he noticed that the water, like right around the lifeboat, was a different color than the rest of the water that was a little bit further off. And so he took his hands and he scooped them down because they didn't have anything to drink out of. And he tasted the water. And it was fresh water. There was no salt in it. And so all the men, they drank this water and they kept drinking it. And they were rescued like 8 days later. They were in bad shape because they were sunburned and, the exposure and everything, but they had fresh water to drink in the middle of the ocean. So, I am very fascinated about this topic. What Mr. Emoto did was he played certain types of classical music for the water crystals as they froze. And this book that I just got, it came today, I'm all excited. Water Crystals Healing, Music and Images to Restore Your Well-Being. And it's by him. And, it has a lot of pictures, and it has, okay, like just as an example, let me just show you this. And in the back are 2 CDs with the classical music on them that he played for the water crystals. And they said, try visualizing yourself playing in the ocean waves while listening to J. de Vegas, Claude Debussy. I'm not sure. I'm not good at pronunciations like that. Touched by the greatness of nature, your fixed ideas will be released and you will be able to think more freely. When you have unrestricted thoughts, the heydo of your blood will improve and your blood will flow more freely and smoothly because blood is made of water. The emotional heydo, free thinking and release from obsession. The physical heydo, improve blood flow and reinforce platelets. And this is what the frozen water looks like when this music is played for it. Okay, now we'll get down to the deck. I just wanted to share that with you because this has just absolutely blown my mind. And I don't know if anyone else has, discovered any of Masuro Emoto's work, but I find it absolutely fascinating. So here we go. There's a nice little box. It looks like this. On the back It says, Dr. Masuro Emoto, author of the best-selling book, The Hidden Messages in Water, discovered that molecules of water can be affected by our thoughts, words, and feelings. When water is frozen, the crystals reveal the concentrated thoughts directed towards them. Included in the water crystal oracles are 48 beautiful water crystal images to both enhance your life and balance your well-being in many ways. So, like, here is the first one. Got it upside down. And when the water was being frozen, the thought of self-love was being communicated to this frozen water particle. So that's what it's going to be with all of it. They were thinking of the rainforest. So when I call out what the word is, this is the thought that was being communicated to the water crystals when they were being frozen. Thank you. Coral reef. Emotion. Wisdom. Gratitude. Affection. Respect. Wisdom and compassion. See how different they are? Bonding. Love. Reverence. Truth. Release. Earth. Dolphin. Isn't that interesting? Soul. Love for humanity. Prosperity. Hope. Spring. Happiness. Summer. I'm going to pull these out. Let me do this so that I can have all the seasons and we can see the difference in them. Release. Machu Picchu. Stonehenge. Resonance. Creativity. Happiness. Affection and gratitude. Prayer. Look how intricate that is. Harmony. Peace of mind. And this is another one that is peace of mind. This is wisdom, peace of mind. And this is healing, peace of mind. This is the power of peace. Sympathy. Spring water. Love and thanks. Eternity. Sun. Spirit. Honesty. Autumn. Winter. Confidence. Passion. And kindness. Now, I set aside the seasons so that we could see them. This is summer, and this is spring. Summer and spring. Then this is autumn. And the one over here is winter. So you can see how different they are. Isn't that something? There's a nice little book that kind of explains the different cards and the different sections that the cards are put into. So I don't know. I have ordered some more books from Mr. Emoto that he wrote, and I have gotten, like, I got this one used from Thrift Books, and I mean it has the 2 CDs in it, and the list price was $29.95, and I think I got it for under $10. In fact, I know I got it for under $10. So that, to me, is amazing, because I think this is a fascinating topic. So, we all need to start talking to our water, because I don't know about you, but I think there's a lot of good that could come from that, just personally, you know. Thinking about loving kindness and gratitude and peace as you transfer that to your water. Healing, to ask that certain areas of your body be healed. I mean, if water can cause a whole round table of men to have food poisoning and can turn into fresh water in the ocean, what's not to say that it could happen to help each and every one of us in whatever problems that we have? Something to think about. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. This is Nancy at A Crone's Intuition, wishing you many, many blessings. Go get a glass of water. Namaste, my precious friends.